Chiang, g'day, Chiang.
G'day, Ben, and I always wake up to 2GB.
Oh, good man, Chiang. Thank you very much for listening.
Mate, you're doing a great job. The discussion that you just had with Minister Tien, and I'm not necessarily blaming Minister Tien for this, but as an Australian for now 30 years, and as a migrant, and as an employer for 25 years, it is actually quite ironic that where I find difficulty with people with English is actually those that were born in Australia. In Singapore, having come from Singapore, where we speak the Queen's English, it is just amazing that as a migrant, I have to correct the English of, in terms of punctuation, grammar, and spelling of Australians, and that's just ironic, because we are an English-speaking country, yet we've now got three generations: Generation X, Y, and Z, who struggle with English.
And you find a lot of the time it's the Aussie-born Aussies that struggle with it the most.
Just as much, if not more. And so while there is truth in that a lot of migrants have difficulty with English, and that's understandable if they come from a non-English speaking country, but equally or more so, there are domestic Australians who I just am flabbergasted as to how they pass their English exams.
And tell me, Chiang, what kind of mistakes, what are the common mistakes that you identify?
It's usually grammar, spelling, lack of use of proper punctuation, and the distinction between Australian English and American English. It is just ironic that I, as a migrant now of 30 years, I consider myself an Australian. I am the one who is actually correcting other people's English.
Where were you born?
Singapore.
And they speak the Queen's English in Singapore?
Absolutely.
Chiang, you're a good man for calling. Thank you very much.
Mate, love the show.
Hey, just a quick one before I let you go. Do you want to go out on Sydney Harbour and have a look at Vivid? Do you want me to send you some tickets?
Mate, that would be fantastic.
Just hang on there, Chiang, and go back to Liam for me. I've got a number of tickets there. I'm not sure how many are in your family, but we'll be able to sort them out. They're valued at $85 each from Fantasy, S-E-A, that is, fantasy.com.au, 9556 9210. Yeah, I was there last night.